history as the greatest tag team that ever freaking lived.
Well, Taffy, if you're watching right now, did you do something to make Ant look as black as that, or was that just natural?
Because you made the comment about us being the heel. Like you said, you were like, me and Ant have basically, like, we are the heels in the Catholic world. Like it would just become like the adversaries of everybody. I gotta be honest, I'm like, I woke up the other day and I hadn't slept all week. I had like 3 consecutive days where I got like less than 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then so yesterday was I only got 3 hours of sleep again. And I woke up at like 2 a.m. and I was just like thinking about all the freaking garbage going on, and like thinking about like the comments people were leaving on our video, and like people accusing us of like people saying shame on you for
and by people you mean Pipe Cottage.
for discussing someone else's sins. And I'm like, so wait, you're shaming me for shaming him. Like you're doing the thing. You're like you're pointing out my sin of pointing out his sin.
Did you see Wagner's tweet kind of on that lines? He goes, detraction is so bad, you must run out and tell everyone about someone else's detraction immediately.
But it's true. It's like like they can point our sin out, but like if we, I'm debating if we should do this conversation on I think we should do that on locals, because I have like this whole I kind of have this like whole thing about like what it is, because I saw a clip that Frad put out with a priest about like sexual sins and like why they're so different. And I have like a real, and I don't think anything they said in the clip was wrong. I just don't think it went far enough. So, but maybe we'll see how this show goes, but we're not going to start with that. No. Yes, I am indeed a sinner. But especially like, I will say this, the people that were like defending him and saying you shouldn't be talking about this, like the whole thing of this coming out, from what Rob and I are hearing behind the scenes, he's going to take some time in a month.
For those, okay, we did this bad last episode. We are discussing the Voice of Reason scandal. For those of you who don't know, he is a online apologist who has allegedly done some very bad things, potentially, allegedly, even with minors. Anyways, so that's what we're discussing. And we're discussing how the video we made about him, which initially did not have him in the title. It did not even specify him in a thumbnail. I thought was literally as charitable as we could have been about it.
Yeah, and I came on just assuming everybody knew what we were going to talk about, so we started making inside jokes and like and then finally, Rob, why don't we tell everyone who we're talking about?
Well, and the only reason we changed the title and thumbnail to specify him is because people were not understanding we were talking about him.
Yeah. So, plus we dropped the ball with our thumbnail, and Wagner, it was a split stream between our channel and Wagner's, and his views got double ours, and that never happened. Our channel's bigger than his. Rob dropped the ball with the thumbnail. I'm just saying.
No. The first thumbnail I made was gold,
but I said it was too far. But from what Rob and I are hearing behind the scenes is that he's going to take some time in a monastery, and like there's really no better outcome you could ask for, and people that actually care about his soul should be happy. And the thing that led to that was the public shaming that happened, because his original statement came out where he was going to just deny, threaten lawsuits that were impossible.
To be fair, he only denied one specific claim.
Right, but it was a carefully worded denial that made it seem like he was denying everything, but he was really only denying one specific claim, and then fessing up to being a sinner, a generalized sinner,
but while threatening lawsuits to anyone who talked about it.
Right. So like that, the intention of that statement was to get everybody to shut up. Don't talk about this. And I'm like, and Rob and I were talking about it. I'm just like, this is a ridiculous idea that he's going to sue anybody. Like, it's just especially if any of it's true. Like, if any of it's true,
Truth is an absolute defense in defamation cases.
yeah, it's like, so, and then his phone would end up being submitted for discovery, and then we would see, like, if there's truth to this stuff, you're then going to see every single girl he did this. There's no way this guy opened himself up to that. So what wound up happening?
This is true, yes.
That he is now going for a period of penance at a monastery, and it's like, you hope for something like that. Like, the end goal is not that we want to shame him for life. The end goal is you want to bring him back into communion with the church, restore his relationship with Christ, and have him be a faithful Catholic. He has to find a new career opportunity offline. Yeah, he has to find. I mean, look, he's Mexican. Go, do construction,
roofing.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what roofing is, but roofing would work. Sorry, Rob. Oh, you Minnesotans and your roofing.
I'm sorry I didn't get that scenario right.
Why you say scenario? You gotta be kidding me. But we're not gonna do this tonight. I do have like a thing I want to get to, but I think we'll do that on locals. Rob is a little critical of the way I handled the life site story.
I said we didn't have to talk about it.
No, it's okay. Like, I think what people like is that you and I don't agree on everything, and and the thing is, we don't even necessarily disagree. It's more like we're kind of seeing it from different areas. Like, he's seeing the thing, and I'm seeing.
Yeah, but I have to be extra critical of you so that your mother hates me more.
Well, my mom is very upset with you, Rob. She goes, everything you say, Rob just kind of just trashes. I'm like, it's a bit. Don't worry about it. It's just a bit, Bob. Don't worry. It's kind of a thing we do.
If we touch on the guitar thing by the end of this episode, both your parents are going to hate me.
Yeah. Oh man. Did you okay, so guys, if you're new to the show,
if you're here for the lead story, just skip about.
We take a few minutes. Like, just learn to deal with us for a few minutes. We will get to the Charlie Kirk thing.
Look, Jose Chavez.
I was gonna say pick fruit on a farm. Because that's all we ever hear from people. It's like, who's gonna pick your fruit on a farm if we deport all the Mexicans? I'm sorry, guys. We have a little bit of irreverent humor because there's a lot of new people watching the show, and they're not happy with us.
Unhinged. I'm the hinge of this show.
So, okay. So I went to dinner at my parents' last night, and my dad's really harping on that one episode he caught.
The one episode he's ever seen.
He's not even a whole episode. He saw like a segment, like a portion of it where we were talking about boomers and guitar masses. And my dad played the guitar at the church for years. Like, my parents went to Medjugorje in the late 80s, early 90s, and the show is Anthony Bass. Yeah, sure, you're new. So my parents went to Medjugorje in the late 80s, early 90s. They came back. My dad had like a wild conversion. And he, like, my dad's played the guitar his entire life. And he then played music for the church for a good 10. I mean, what year did I move to Smith? I mean, it had to be like 5 or 10 years. My dad was like part of the music ministry, and then the music ministry. So then when we were talking about guitar masses and stuff, my dad like kind of went off on me, and he's like, it's not the instrument, because my dad loves the freaking guitar. He's like, it's not the instrument, it's the type of music. So I'm afraid to actually play it, because we'll probably get a copyright, right?
If we do 20 seconds
do like 15 seconds of it.
Let me see if I can find your tweet.
Oh, I got the tweet, so I'll send it to the thing. So for anybody that did not see this today, wrong one. For anybody that didn't see this today, so my dad's like, just listen to this, and this tweet kind of blew up today. So the tweet was, last week my dad caught an episode where Rob and I criticized his guitars at mass. Last night I had dinner with him, and he insisted it's not the guitar, but the type of music. He made me watch this, but we still disagreed. And I asked, can guitars be appropriate for mass if the music is not cheesy? and this is what he played for me. Now, I will say this: it is a very beautiful rendition of Ave Maria.
Yeah, but even there's a couple reasons why even this shouldn't be in a mass.
And right. So, well, the thing is, what he's doing there, playing that in a church outside of the setting of the mass, is totally appropriate.
Oh yeah, outside of this,
Outside of the mass in that church, the acoustics of the
sanctuary
church,
with Christ there.
Is that where he was? I didn't notice.
I'm willing to say okay, but I mean, it depends. Is it a concert? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is it's a beautiful rendition, and that guy's a classical guitarist. It's not like he's.
I was going to say, have you ever
guitarist.
met anyone in any sort of church music ministry that can play a guitar like that?
My dad, maybe.
Okay.
My dad's pretty good, dude.
Saying that in case he watches.
Yeah, I have to. He is pretty good though.
But say that was in mass, like even without the idea of it's a guitar, it's just without words. It's just music. It's just noise. It's not praying even at that point.
He and I still disagreed. But I don't know why he can't. He was taking it so personally, like I was like knocking. I'm not knocking the guitar. The guitar's a beautiful instrument. I love listening to you play the guitar.
I'm gonna piss off all the boomers again, like we tend to do. What is it with that generation with taking everything so personally?
I don't know, man.
Like when someone says something about millennials, I'm like, you're probably right. But when you're like, but I just don't get it. Why is everything? Why is everything an attack on them personally?
Molly says the other day, she goes, I don't care what people say anything about millennials. It's like, because you're Gen X, of course you don't care.
I did see you say that.
She's not. She's a millennial. I was just teasing. Yeah. So it was an interesting conversation with my dad, but I kind of just was like, no, that's beautiful. And I would prefer it not be in the setting of the mass, but obviously that's much more beautiful than whatever,
right. I mean, it's objectively better than the My Little Pony,
one
sure.
of those renditions. So it is what it is. All right, so we will now get to the lead. Before we do we have anything to promote? We don't have sponsors anymore.
Not for a month or two. Yeah,
we don't have any sponsors. If any of you guys out there would like to be a sponsor of our show, we have lost our sponsors.
And Anthony has a boat to fix, people. Yeah, come on.
Everyone has abandoned us.
One thing we can kind of promote, although I have no specifics on it, and I didn't know about it from Anthony. I learned about it from Josiah from Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess next Friday there is going to be a charity live stream. I don't know on what channel or even necessarily what times, but watch out for a charity live stream next Friday. That's going to have a ton of us. I don't want to call us Catholic creators, it's also gay. A ton of us Catholic people online joining as guests to raise funds for the Latin Patriarchate of Jerusalem.
Yeah, so it's going to go to Cardinal Pizzaballa.
It's going to go to Pizzaballa and in the church in Gaza that was attacked today. I think Anthony and I are going to be on there like 6:30 Central, so 7:30 Eastern. I don't know who else, when else, but be on the lookout.
We'll give you guys a heads up when we're going to be on. We didn't actually lose our sponsor. Our sponsor was a wine company, and they found that they couldn't deliver wine in the summer because the wine would kind of spoil being delivered in the heat like that. So they will rejoin.
I mean, you could go and order from them now, but they prefer not to ship a ton of wine in the hot months. So yeah,
I bet you our promo code's still active though. So if you guys want, go to Recuson Cellars.
Try Based. See what happens.
You probably get 10% off. I'm sure it'll work. So all right, so let's get to the title, the lead story. Charlie Kirk made a comment today, or we saw it online today, where he said the antidote to feminism is Our Lady. And it was it's still very evangelical Protestant-y, but I thought it was an interesting conversation. It was an interesting segment that he spoke about. And Rob brought up, he goes, I bet, because we kind of trashed Knowles a little bit when Knowles
we were critical. Yeah.
I wouldn't trash him, but we were critical of Knowles in his conversation with Charlie Kirk because I didn't think Knowles. No, I think you were too. We were both critical. We didn't think Knowles.
I think I was more critical than you.
Yeah, probably because you're mean.
Yeah.
I'm the bad guy. We just thought Knowles could have pushed a little harder, and he was like too concerned with Charlie's feelings and not thinking about like the broader argument at the time. So, but let's play it, and then we'll play a clip from the Knowles Kirk thing that's kind of relevant.
But let me first say, I think we as Protestant evangelicals under-venerate Mary. She was very important. She was a vessel for our Lord and Savior. I think that we as evangelicals and Protestants, we've overcorrected. We don't talk about Mary enough. We don't venerate her enough. Mary was clearly important to early Christians. There's something there. In fact, I believe one of the ways that we fix toxic feminism in America is Mary is the solution. Have more young ladies be pious, be reverent, to be full of faith, slow to anger, slow to words at times. Mary is a phenomenal example, and I think a counter to so much of the toxicity of feminism in the modern era.
Now,
whoa, what was that? I never know what's going to come up from.
Yeah, I cut it off, but okay. So a couple things. I don't want to overplay this and be like, oh, Charlie Kirk, like it. Look,
yeah, he still sucks.
He still sucks. He's still like we as evangelicals have overcorrected. So I don't want to like.
She was a vessel. Oh, go to.
Yeah, like I don't want to overstate what actually happened here, but it's kind of like the slippery slope. Once somebody starts going in that direction, right?
Mary is the slippery slope to Catholicism.
Yeah, well, dude, once you start softening your heart to Our Lady, she kind of comes through with a 2x4, and next thing you know, you're on your knees worshiping her. It is what it is, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
That's going to be clipped by
let them clip
Indiana,
it. I don't care.
probably.
I have no qualms telling Protestants I worship Mary. Like I
true.
worship her. I worship her. I don't care. It's not. I mean, Catholics
You
clearly
don't worship
know.
her with latria, but
Yeah, but like I worship her and love her in the same way I worship and love my wife. Like I have said,
simp.
Yeah, I bet.
Catholic simps, quote that.
I have said, like it when it comes to like filial love, like I love Our Lady as much as Jesus. Like I don't. It would like asking me to pick which one I love more would be like asking me which child I love more. Like it's not. I have like I understand Christ is my savior and redeemer, and that I get that, but like on a filial piety level, like I have such a devotion to Our Lady and such a love for her. Like I couldn't say I love her less than Jesus. Like I don't. I love them both
right
the same. You know, I'm a mama's boy when it comes to Our Lady. It's one of those things where I think even like if somebody blasphemed and disrespected Christ in front of me, depending on the context, I might tolerate it. Where if somebody disrespected Our Lady in front of me, I might knock their teeth out.
Well, it depends. Like someone who's going to disrespect Christ is probably.
I've had people say GD in front of me. I've had people say JC in front of me. Right. I've had people disrespect our Lord in front of me.
That's a little different than one of the elder brothers saying he's burning.
Yeah, very. That's why I said context dependent. I was at a party one time, and I had my children there, and my friend's wife started saying GD in front of my children, and I just went, look, I'm like, it's like one of those things where like my kids are around, like it's a very easy one to not say. Like I don't care if you drop the F word in front of my kids, they'll hear something like that, but please don't take the Lord's name.
They're an Italian family, they hear that. I mean, come on.
And she freaking lost it. Who are you to, dude? It was like evil came out in her. Like, who are you 100%. To tell me what I can and can't say in my house? And you know what? It's nice seeing you guys. I'm out of here. I took my kids and I left. And it was awkward. It was very awkward. But I was like, I'm not going to sit here while you're taking the Lord's name in vain in front of my children. And now you're angry at me because I asked you not to do it. Like it was it was a really awkward moment. I said, let me just take my kids and get the hell out of here. Nicole wasn't with me. It's interesting because I've seen them since then. I never got an apology, nothing. You know, the husband apologized to me, but the wife never did. But if somebody disrespected our life, like there was somebody going like passing a picture of a broken Blessed Mother statue a while ago, like passing that around on Twitter. And I said, if somebody ever did this intentionally in front of me, like I would punch them in the face. If you broke a statue of Our Lady intentionally in front of me, like we are now fighting. There is no chance there is no chance we're not fighting if you did that in front of me. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's one 100%. Of those things now. So I do think so I don't want to overplay what Charlie Kirk is doing, but it is one of those things where you see kind of every Protestant that kind of just softens their heart to Our Lady. Our Lady has a way of
Taylor Marshall. His conversion started when he started praying the rosary as an Anglican.
Oh, well, if you get to the point where you're praying the rosary, but also somebody
that's why I sent my Black Monk rosary to Lore Lodge guy.
Did you? That's a good idea because that's a if you guys don't have a Black
themed
Monk
one because
rosary,
I know he likes the Templars. Sent that, it was blessed and everything. Sent that to him.
If you guys don't have a Black Monk rosary, you've never had a rosary like this. Like when I got mine, even Rob's going to show you right now.
This is my other one.
Okay, that looks like plastic. They're steel.
So the Crusader one I had was steel.
Yeah.
This is stone. So I mean, you could beat someone to death with one. I'm not saying you should, but you could beat someone to death.
Like the thing weighs like a good 4 pounds, like a solid. Like 4 or 5 pounds. Like I tried
carrying it in my pocket a few days. I'm like, this is not really a pocket rosary.
It's a serious rosary. It's the most serious rosary I've ever had. But it's So if a Protestant starts praying the rosary, though, like they're already there. Like there's no such thing as like a Protestant that prays the rosary and doesn't end up Catholic. You can't. It's not
doesn't.
possible.
Yeah, agreed.
But somebody even in the comments, and I had seen a few people said it today in my thread where I posted the Charlie Kirk thing, that some people live locally to him and he's been going to daily mass.
Yes. Not when we say that, we don't necessarily mean daily, but he's been going to weekday masses. Yeah.
But wait, where is it? Somebody said so. Apparently, his wife, I think here it is. Charlie Kirk's wife has been attending Catholic Mass regularly, and he's been seen with her multiple times in recent months. This is in Arizona. Now, look, the prayers of a faithful wife can have a very heavy effect on the heart of a man.
Wait, did you just say his wife is a Catholic?
I don't know if she's Catholic. She's attending Catholic Mass, though.
Oh.
His wife is attending Catholic Mass, so maybe his wife's heart is softening to it, and it's going to end up, it just might be one of those things. So let's
Peterson first. If you had to put money on it,
I say Kirk first.
I think so too.
I think Peterson's too
less
stubborn.
Intellectual pride.
Yeah, I think Peterson's too stubborn and prideful, I would say. But there's also an element where, like, you hope Kirk isn't just playing to the audience because he knows he has a large Catholic audience. But I mean, he's also risking offending his Protestant audience. He thinks he's saying it gently, 100%. But I saw the Protestant comments underneath. How could he even? Rome thinks that Mary is a god. Blah, 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 like the nonsense that they say.
I don't think they realize. Like, I have a feeling those type of responses is what permanently lost. What's his name? Cameron Bertuzzi to them.
Oh yeah.
I think they just end up like pushing them away as soon as they see that there might be some sort of draw to Catholicism in them.
Yeah. It's like, but dude, those are such low IQ arguments, though. Like when people are like, you guys worship Mary, she's a god. Stupid. It's the dumbest. It's like, dude, if you don't know like those are the dumbest. First off, there is pagan Catholicism going on, and we are going to talk about that. That is, there is.
I should have shown up in a Yeti costume.
There is well, no, I'm not even talking about that.
I know, but that would have been funny.
Not even talking about that. That's just weird nonsense. We will talk about that a little bit, but like there is, I think, kind of Alex Gerardo was pagan Catholic.
Oh yeah,
Like, I think that was pagan Catholicism. Charlie, apologize in advance for
if you're listening, we're so sorry for Table of Plenty on Eagle's Wings.
Bring that man to a Latin mass.
Yeah.
Nobody let him go to the Novus Ordo first.
Anthony says if they have a guitar in the music ministry, you cannot attend.
Okay. Oh my God, Grover, shut up. Why you guys are reacting to drama these days? Please? You guys even prepare for this show?
No, since when have we ever?
Grover, you either come on as a guest with your, I want Grover's face on screen, or we're not going to highlight his comments anymore.
Did we want to play the Knowles?
Yeah,
clip?
so let's do the Knowles clip, because I thought, because Rob had said to me, he goes, I wonder if there was anything interesting in the Knowles conversation where they talk about Mary, and there was. So it's only a short segment that I pulled, but it's like a 2-minute clip, but there was something interesting in it.
I will preface this by saying it's still not how I would ever talk to someone, even if they are a friend about it, but I don't know.
Let's
maybe
play it, and then we'll critique it.
This is something, Charlie, that we mackerel snappers we get. We don't need to reinvent the wheel every year. We got 2,000 years of people who are much smarter than you and I who have thought this.
Okay, so somebody in the audience had asked him, Michael, how can I help spread love for the Eucharist? So that was the question, and Michael kind of went off, and he was like, "Oh wow, this is like an amazing question. I thought you were going to ask me how do you start a podcast, and I was going to tell you don't." He's like, "But the great thing about being Catholic is you don't actually have to do anything on your own. You can just reach into the tradition," and that's where he picks up.
Okay.
How to have debated these questions. So if you just bring that, if you convey that, I'm trying to sell Charlie on this right now. I know I'm answering you, but I'm really speaking to Charlie. If you just do that, that's all you're doing. You're just telling the story. You're telling the greatest story ever told, and you have the deposit of faith, and you have the magisterium behind you as a hermeneutic of interpretation. But just do that, and do that in sincerity, and do that with the best of your effort, and I think it'll be wonderful.
As an evangelical who loves Catholics, I love that you're doing it. But let me just edit what you say.
Here's the
no,
but.
No, it's a big one. You didn't catch it, Michael.
Yeah.
Is that your goal should be to bring people to Jesus, not Catholicism?
Oh, hold on.
No.
What's the difference? Hold on.
I'm not saying that they're contradictory, but your goal should not be to bring people to a specific sect of Christianity. It is to bring people to the cross.
You're saying to bring people to the fullness of the truth and the universal faith.
Yes, but not the maxims of every Catholic dogma. No, I mean, for example, am I a Christian if I don't believe in Mariology?
No.
Well, we're talking about the fullness of the truth. But you still.
So look, our main criticism of Knowles in this was that he was too concerned with Charlie and offending Charlie.
Yeah.
And not enough concerned with presenting the Catholic faith to the larger audience, right? But maybe what he was doing was the right thing to do because he was caring for the soul in front of him, somebody he knows and cares about. And he's like, all right, I know I can handle this one right. And then through Charlie's conversion,
the audience can, yeah.
It's like because Knowles,
I still wouldn't answer any of my friends the way he answered.
Of course not. He's in a tricky spot. Listen to me. We could all say what we would do, right? We could all say what we would do, but when we had Lore Lodge on and he was spouting some of the ridiculous things he was, you were like, all right. I didn't yell at him.
I pushed him more than you did.
I'm just saying, it's hard to not maintain. They weren't setting up for a fight. Charlie was a jerk in that conversation. He kind of looked foolish.
Charlie's always a jerk.
You have two completely different temperaments, though. Yeah,
we do.
So, in that conversation, though, Charlie was kind of badgering Michael, and Michael, yes. and the thing is, in the larger perspective of that conversation, Michael came off looking gentle and sane, and Charlie came off looking like an idiot. Because I remember going through that conversation, just being like, Charlie, you're just making a fool of yourself right now. But Michael was focused on his friend, Charlie. Yeah. He really was. And he didn't lie. So when Charlie said, if I don't believe in Mariology, am I still a Christian? Michael was like, whoa. you know, we're talking about the fullness here. So, all right, I'm gonna say this. Maybe I was a little too harsh on Knowles, and if I was, I apologize.
Unless he never invites you on the show, then you should have been harsher, right?
No, if Charlie Kirk never converts, then Michael, you were a dummy and you should have went harder. That's how it goes. But if we see a Charlie Kirk conversion, I'll give you a retroactive apology, and that's how it's gonna work.
Why is it we always see like the gregarious, friendly Sicilian from Michael Knowles, and never the angry, fire-spitting Sicilian from Michael Knowles?
Yeah, I give you guys a variety.
Why has he never gone to someone? Stop it! It's gay.
Yeah, like I try to give you guys the variety. Like I give you guys the friendly, like the jolly, everybody get along Italian, and then I do that fire spitting Italian thing too. Yeah, I don't know. It's I think I think you know what else I'm worried about though. Like when I do those. Well, like I don't want it to become a
is Catholic, right?
Did you see Jack Posobiec posting that?
Like if he's not practicing, like I know his brother Kevin definitely is.
No, Jack Posobiec is
he's Catholic.
It's not just I believe he goes to Latin mass.
Well, he's had Marshall on,
and yeah, no, the thing is, those guys will like politics comes before their religion. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like those guys, the Bannons and the Posobics, and like I like Jack Posobiec, but like their politics comes before their religion, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know their hearts, but it seems that way. It seems like they'll criticize Leo. They would never criticize Trump. It's like I'm okay with you criticizing Leo, but like criticize Trump. Like I mean, like criticize Trump. I'm just saying, like, but they're I like Posobiec too. I'm not saying I don't like Posobiec. I'm saying I want to see consistency. It's like if you see something wrong, you can criticize it, but be consistent. Like don't just be like a magatard where it's just like, well, I just go along with whatever Trump does. I got to be on the team, you know. Like if that's the case, then you should be on the team no matter what with Catholicism too.
I mean, say what you want about Leo, comparisons of Francis, whatnot, of him and Trump. There's only one of the two that I think might be in the Epstein files.
It's true.
And it's not Leo.
Yeah, it's definitely not Leo. Yeah, I mean, Trump, we don't have to do a Trump episode, but we're going to do a Trump episode next Thursday when Nick comes on.
Yeah, we'll save that for Nick.
Yeah, Nick's coming back on next Thursday.
Apparently he's got some big news. We don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, he won't tell us his bum. Like, he won't even give us a sneak preview at it.
Even when I asked, like, don't we get to know or what?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I got some good news. He's like, I can tell you guys next week. And we're like, well,
do we have to wait? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, we're your friends. Do we have to wait?
Yeah, like do me and Rob have to wait?
Can
like,
you tell us personally? Like, come on.
No, not Fuentes. Fuentes wants nothing to do with us. That's not a bad point. Right. Yeah, that's not a bad point.
Aaron says, Nick won't tell because Aunt will spoil. I almost considered like texting Nick. I'm like, if you don't feel comfortable telling Aunt, you can at least tell me.
I would probably blow his spot. I would, you know what? If it wasn't like super secret, like it depends. It depends the level of secrecy. I will say this. I'm glad you didn't tell me. I'm glad you told Majari not to show me those text messages.
I gotta admit though, I'm not perfect. So someone sent me. Never mind. No one else will get the story.
Well, Rob, the text messages, the voice of reason text messages. Rob was like, "Look," he gave me like the idea of what was happening. He goes, and he's like, "But like, you got to see the." I said, and Rob, he's like, "I can't send you the text message." I was like, "You know what? Don't send them to me," because, and I'm glad he didn't, because if I had read those, it would have been too hard for, like, I would have been seething.
You would have went on a rant in the middle of an episode.
I would have lost and just been like, this freaking pervert, he's still going out on youth retreats.
I'd be texting Majorian, you got to release it now. It
might have been one of those situations. I'm also concerned with like the angry Sicilian thing becoming a bit. I only want to do that when I'm genuinely angry. Like I don't want to just do it because people find
you've only ever really done it twice. It was Lofton, and then I
did voice of reason before this most recent time. Like the when he went on Janko.
Yeah, but you didn't do the like you didn't. It was whatever you said about him was very different than when you say what you said about Lofton the once, and then what you said about Eric McCabe.
Yeah, that's what.
And
Yeah, well, even
which
Eric
we've
McCabe,
said we made up.
I don't think I got that angry at Eric McCabe. I was just disappointed.
Yeah, but
But
everything's better now.
Yeah, everything is better. And interestingly, he came out with an episode saying how we saved his soul. And I think we saved Voice of Reason's soul too.
I'm not going to go that far.
I think,
and I don't. I'm not saying that as in like I don't think he's going to repent or anything. I just mean like I'm not going to take any credit for it.
I think,
yeah, you're going to take credit for
he
it.
will. I'm not saying I'm taking credit. I think down the line he will credit us.
Someone clip this. We need this as a prediction in case it happens.
I'm making a prediction. Down the line, he will say they contributed to saving my soul. I'm just making the prediction. That's all I'm saying. To be taking credit as wild.
It doesn't surprise anyone.
Guys, I'm goofing around. It's just for the bit. It's just look, I struggle with
Here's my
Lord.
prediction.
Okay,
no matter what happens with Voice of Reason, he is going to hate our guts forever.
Yeah, I think so. You know who else hates us is Pipe Cottage. Pipe Cottage didn't just leave a comment on our video. He left a comment on Joe McClain's video. So I called into Joe McClain's show the other morning to discuss the situation. And Pipe Cottage left the same comment on Joe McClain's video that he did on ours. I love watching this channel. Why?
To see your reactions
from Anthony. Okay, so I was actually speaking with Steve Skojek. And so Steve Skojek had he wrote a Substack the other day.
Taffy.
He wrote a Substack the other day of oh my gosh, Taffy.
Taffy.
Taffy. Steve Skojek wrote a Substack the other day. I mean, this kind of goes with the life side stuff, but just discussing like the thing with it wasn't actually life side. It was Stephen Cox wrote an article critical of Pope Leo with the votive mass for creation.
Yeah.
And when you actually read the article, like it was a votive mass. It wasn't like the way Stephen Cox framed it sounded like they made a new rite, like an Amazonian rite for creation or something.
One of like 2, 3, 4 dozen different votive masses you can.
Yeah, it's literally just like, and it wasn't about climate change or anything like that. It was like just being good stewards of the earth. Like
literally like just conservation.
There's nothing wrong with like caring about conservation as a Catholic.
Right.
There's just not. Like you should actually care about your local environment very much.
Like if it had come out 100 years ago, no big deal. But because we live in such a weird politically charged age, and environmentalism for some reason automatically gets put on the left-hand side of things by people, they think that
there was nothing about carbon footprints.
No.
There was nothing like that. It was just about like care for creation and care for your local whatever. So Steve was just like remembering when he ran 1 Peter 5, just how like the outrage machine, right? Just like I say like way too much, guys. I'm sorry. I like when I go back.
Please like and subscribe, everyone.
When I go back and listen to myself, all I hear is like, it freaking drives me nuts. I'm like, holy cow, how do I keep saying it? So I'm going to try not to. The outrage machine, where he would go through things and just look for things to get upset about, because that is actually what drives clicks, and people feed on negativity and outrage, right? And I messaged him and I said, I just read your Substack. I said, Rob and I have actually been talking about this lately, and we're getting away from discussing Leo and what's going on in the church and stuff, and going more towards something like we did tonight with Charlie Kirk, right? Like we're going to find interesting things on the internet that we think we could bring a Catholic perspective to. And we're going to, play a video clip and then hope it leads to a conversation. We're going to get away from church drama specifically. Like, I mean, look, if something happens in Catholic Inc., we're going to talk about it. That's going to
but like the end of Francis was a nice reset. Kind of, it was I don't know. It does make you look at things from a different perspective.
It's just the you're not waking up every day to see something Francis said to piss you off, right? It's like, look, Leo, like I said, I think Leo's a bit of a boring pope, but maybe we need a boring pope. You know, I don't think he's gonna save the church, but he's also not like adding fuel to an already toxic environment. And look, he says mass facing Ad Orientem the other day, and little gestures like that actually do matter, especially when this bishop's
Ad
thinking
Orientem
about banning
in
Ad Orientem.
Castel Gandolfo.
Yeah,
Right?
so
like Francis avoided that place like the plague for 12 years.
They were like, what's his name? Kale just sent us an article from Mark from Catholic Unscripted. Actually,
no,
like,
it wasn't from them. It was from an Italian,
Right.
an Italian site that basically said like the error of fake pauperism, fake
poverty.
Fake poverty is over.
Yeah. Pretending you're poor, and we can't go to Castel Gandolfo, and I can't, I have to live in the I can't live, in the papal palace anymore. I have to, because it's faux poverty. It's virtue signaling, false humility. And it was like a relief, like that period is done. So, but what I said to Steve was I never got into podcasting because I wanted to be a critic of the church. That's not why I got into it. Like my actual reason I got into it is because I always wanted to do radio. Like I always wanted to do radio. I was a very big talk radio guy when I was younger, and I always thought I could do it. And the video element makes it even more fun for me. I really do enjoy being able to play a clip and then comment on it. So to me, I don't care.
You love video. Here you go.
I don't like being alone on video. It is really strange doing those stupid videos from the truck, because half the time it's 105 degrees and I'm drenched in sweat and I have to put the camera on and like I haven't shaved and I look terrible and I'm just like, all right, I'm going to do a stupid video from the truck. And I'm like, I don't want to look at the camera while I do it. It's a really awkward thing. But the reason I got it, this is like Paul, that is the inspiration for it. Listening to them. And so I still want to interview Anthony Cumia, but if you drink every time I say like, you guys will be crocked before the first hour is over.
Yeah, we can't promote sin like
can't promote drunkenness. The reason I got into this was because I thought I could do radio. And our show, Rob and I have been very specific in telling people we are not an apostolate. We're not a ministry. We're not any of that. We're an entertainment show. That's it. We're just two friends that are doing an entertainment show. We find interesting things to talk about. It's kind of just like,
it's a lot easier for Anthony and I to justify 2-hour conversations with each other's to our wives when we make a little bit of money from it.
Yeah. Well, I also don't want to sell Jesus, right? Like I don't want to sell my Catholic faith either. I don't ever want to be.
Then there's that drive to put on an air of Catholicism,
holiness,
right? If that's what you're selling,
and
then you need to have more of it to sell more of it.
Look, the thing is, you can tune into this show. You'll never hear cursing. You'll never hear, unless Tim Gordon's on. You'll never hear blasphemy. You'll never hear like smut or anything like that. So you will hear women jokes,
especially about drivers. You'll hear jokes about. Well, Anthony will do Chinese priest impressions. We don't bring up Native Americans anymore for a very strong reason. We do the Amish talk over on Locals.
But I think our humor is still appropriate as Catholics. Like, I think we toe a very fine line. Sometimes we may push it a little bit, but I don't think it's like too far gone where it's
edgy for like political correct society. But yeah, for Catholicism, I think it is fine.
I think
except maybe the pigeon Bible. That's on that line.
That was one of the funniest episodes we've ever done.
Oh, it's so funny, but it is.
Robert, you don't know what the Pigeon Bible is? Robert, just look up Hawaiian Pigeon Bible and you'll find our video.
On our channel.
On our channel. Yeah, but just Google, like search that in YouTube, you'll find our video. There's nobody else that ever did it. Never hear cursing except those times you've had to apologize for your language. Rob Rob has a potty mouth. Somebody said I took the Lord's name in vain the other day. I guess I said, oh my, like I tried to say, oh my gosh.
I think you did want, I think
it was just accidental. Like I just, but I don't ever say that unless it's a total accident. I make a point to say, oh my gosh. I think
you might have actually been quoting someone and you just didn't realize.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was just throwing it out there, but all right. So we can, Michael, maybe you know more than we do about the Charlie Kirk situation. Let's hope you do. All right. So we also have, let's see.
What else did we have on this channel or on this side?
For this side, because we do have stuff for local. Like honestly, I don't have work tomorrow. Rob's in for a long one. Locals is going to be a full local show, but I have a lot of thoughts about things that I don't want to discuss. I didn't want this.
Oh, we could, if you want to do another 15 minutes here, just to round up the hour, we could talk about the guy I thought was your coworker.
Yeah. I think we should do the idiot at the Coldplay concert though.
You don't want to save that for your old stuff on sexual sins in the next on locals?
No, it'll be a good way to segue into it. And we only have 14 minutes. So I think it'll be a good way to segue into it.
Have we really done this show long enough to where we look substantially different than we did at the beginning?
So, okay. So yeah, listen, if you guys have never seen that video, it's my second video I ever did.
When you were solo still?
I was solo. It was a pre-recorded video. It's one of my favorite like things to discuss is the typology in the book of it's really the book of Matthew, but it's the typology between the story of Jonah and the book of Matthew when the Pharisees say, give us a sign, and Jesus says, this generation will only get the sign of Jonah. And it's a really interesting parallel between the book of Jonah and what Matthew is what Jesus is talking about in Matthew there. So if you've never seen it, I mean, you got to go way back. My teeth are not fixed yet. It's a pretty wild show, but
if you want to go back to that same time period and watch a really funny show, I remastered the audio on one where Anthony makes talks about marriage advice. Yes.
That was my second. Wait, my first video was COVID. My second video was marriage advice. My third video was and I think it was like Christmas parades. It was titled like Christmas parades and
because that guy
bringing his car into the Christmas parade. So if you teeth not fixed, so if you go back, I had a chipped tooth. My front tooth was chipped. Wait, where is that? I got the wrong one. My front tooth was chipped when I first started the show, and I probably would have left it until I saw my face on camera, and I was like, I cannot. There is no way. Like when you see somebody that's bad teeth on camera, I was like, there's no way. I don't care.
Vanities.
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 I took a loan out of my annuity to pay for my teeth. That's how bad it was.
Betty wishes he had waited for the boat engine to crap out.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh man, I could have took a loan from my annuity for that instead of my teeth. I'm so stupid. Still paying these stupid teeth off. I got like a year left on payments for my stupid teeth. I think it was worth it though. My wife likes my smile better, so that's enough. Oh god, I'm simping again.
Yeah.
So all right. So
you also just took the Lord's name in vain again.
Goodness, I can't. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize.
You will never get a polished, unrealistic view of us guys. We're not capable of it. We are what you see.
Tooth usury. Well, Robert, the thing is, I'm paying the interest to myself though. That's why I took the annuity loan, because the annuity loan. The annuity loan, you're paying yourself
way worse than the tooth fairy.
You're paying yourself the interest. So if you take a loan from your annuity, you are paying a 4% interest, but you pay it to yourself. Like you're paying it to your own annuity. So it's not, that's why I did it that way. Thank you, Mrs. C. I said gosh.
So now we're simping for Anthony? Really? Is that what we're doing here?
Come on. I said gosh. Everybody's scandalized. Yeah, guys, I hope I didn't say it. I got O&A fans in here. All right, so
Did you wait? No, I probably shouldn't show Paul's.
all right, let's do this idiot at the Coldplay concert. I'm sure you guys also, if anybody's on Twitter, you saw this today. It was every other tweet was this idiot. But I thought his statement was interesting.
That wasn't his.
No,
not the fake one on Twitter.
Right, there was a fake
Okay.
statement, but I have his
The
real
fake one
statement.
was funny though.
I saw his real statement, which is so nuts. His real statement is almost worse than the fake one. The fake one's actually kind of funny.
Okay, I got the video.
Yeah, for anybody that hasn't seen it, this is pretty wild. So this is at a Coldplay concert, and the kiss
Which
cam
is bad
comes up.
enough, right there.
Yeah, the kiss cam comes up.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two.
That's the moment.
All right. Everyone, you okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Oh my god!
I'm not quite sure. Yeah.
Can you believe these two morons? First off, I'm not saying he should have done this, but like if they would have just stood there, like they would have got away with it. They would have got away with it if they just played it out. Like they would have just kept talking. But as soon as he saw his dumb face on camera hugging her, he went, oh, because the shame hit.
Shame.
That's what it is. The shame hit, right? And the audio is actually hilarious because the lead singer of Coldplay is like, they're either having an affair or they're very shy. And it turns out,
you know it was an affair the second you see what I assume to be the coworker standing right next to them with that face.
and so what's crazy is, okay, so new astronomer CEO caught on camera with his HR chief. So she's the human relations chief who's supposed to be making sure there's no inappropriate relationships at work.
As
Who's
someone
also married.
in HR, this does not surprise me.
No. Rob's got a funny HR story from work on the locals. We'll do it on locals. Can't do it here. We'll do it on locals. I'll bring it up. I'll remind you. Don't worry.
Oh, I don't know if I can do it on locals even.
I ain't doing it on locals. All right, maybe not. All right. So astronomer CEO caught on camera with his HR chief during a Coldplay concert in Boston. The pair was seen rushing to cover their faces in horror when they realized they were on the big screen. Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're very shy, said Coldplay's Chris Martin. According to the HR chief's LinkedIn, she has trust with employees of all levels, from CEOs.
Someone's wife's
managers.
water just broke right now, and they're on the way to their hospital. So everyone say a couple prayers for Christian, his wife, and their child.
If that's the Christian I know, Christian's blind, and I don't know who's driving.
The other Christian I know just got married on Saturday, so probably
Well,
not him.
if this is the Christian I know, Christian is blind. I don't know who's driving his wife to the hospital right now.
I hope it's not her.
Because if her water broke and she's driving to the hospital, that's a rough one.
A woman. I mean, never mind.
Right?
I mean, on a good day,
driving
right?
and
Good
in
day.
labor, they're never making it there now. Prayers for you
It is.
guys, Christian.
If he's blind, it might still be best for him
Yeah,
to drive.
Christian, throw caution to the wind. Get behind the wheel. Don't let that woman drive you to the hospital.
Let the Holy Spirit guide you, sir. Oh, okay. He's not the blind one.
Just a fan, you don't know me. Okay. we have a fan, Christian, who's blind.
So many baby. Who else is having a baby tonight? Riley says so many babies tonight.
So, according to the HR chief's LinkedIn, she has trust with employees of all levels, from CEOs to managers to assistants. Now, they're both married.
Sure, she has the CEO's trust.
Yeah. Well, that's the irony of it, right? So now the CEO put out a statement.
Let me pull that up.
And he says, I want to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it's caused. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. This is not who I want to be or how I want to represent the company I helped build. I'm taking time to reflect, to take accountability, and to figure out the next steps personally and professionally. I ask for privacy as I navigate this process. Now, if he had just left it there, if he had just left it there, this is why, look, you guys think I'm joking. You guys think I'm joking. I don't
think you're joking. I think you're delusional, but
I need to start avoiding Babylon public relations crisis management. Because I will tell you people how to handle these things. Because if you would have just left it there, you'd have been fine. Just leave it there. But he has to throw his little quip in at the end to completely negate everything he just said, which was, I also want to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment became public without my consent.
You were in public, you idiot. How stupid can you be? You were in public. It's by definition not private.
Man. How okay, so I want to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment became a public without my consent. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle. As a friend once sang, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you, Andy. I don't know what the hell that was. That is that Andy from Buzz Lightyear or something?
What? No, his name is Andy Bryan.
Oh, I thought it was like a Buzz Lightyear.
I imagine that's a Coldplay, a quote from Coldplay.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I need to have a PR firm. Look, I could have, if I had a PR firm, LifeSite would have came out of this, where LifeSite would have had a brand new mission, and they'd have been fine. John Henry Weston also.
It really was just their original mission, but
regardless, they both would have came out. John Henry Weston could have had a nice solo career. LifeSite News would have been doing their thing. Everybody would have been happy. No, nothing bad happened. Now, look. I'm gonna say something else. Go to Buzz Lightyear.
Why? I don't know why he came up with Buzz Lightyear either.
Andy, I don't know. Like, Andy was the kid, in Buzz Lightyear.
First off, it's Toy Story.
You know,
Andy was the kid in Toy Story.
Right. It's been years. Stop it. So, I'm not saying I should have done this, but I could have helped Alex Gerardo also. Not that I should have, but I could have. And in fact, I think, never mind, I won't even say that. But I could have helped him curate a statement that would have salvaged something, because these people just don't understand how public perception works. None of them do. They all just, like, everything this guy said. How I want to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment became public without my consent. Are you out of your mind? Like, you're cheating on your wife, and your gripe is that your spot was blown.
Well, that's similar to another statement we've heard recently.
That's what I mean. Like, you're not, like, think about your wife right now. You're more upset that your spot was blown than what you actually did. Mm-hmm. It's not, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you destroyed 2 families, you selfish POS. You destroyed 2 families. You ruined your children for life. Your children, look, when people cheat, it's not just that the parents separate. It's that you taught your kids that if something feels good, like, you go and do whatever like, you don't make any sacrifice for anything. You go and do what you want to do. You make yourself feel good. Screw everybody around you. You don't make any sacrifices for anybody. It's just about you. Like, that's just the lesson you teach your children. You scarred your wife. Your wife's now going to go leave, and she's probably going to end up with some other guy, and then she's going to get run through by man after man. And now your daughters are going to watch your wife get just run through by other men, and your daughters are going to have no chance at a successful
and that's
monogamous marriage.
Case. Do you know the rates of sexual abuse by stepfathers?
Oh, forget. Yeah, it depends on how old his kids are. Yeah, like when you talk about abuse in the home, a lot of it is step parents, because these women don't know the men that they're getting themselves involved with. It's not the real father of the child. I mean, you see it all the time, especially if you have a girl who's 7 or 8 when the new guy comes in, and then he's watching the girl become a teenager. Like, that's not his blood. He's sitting there. Modern men are disgusting. They're disgusting creeps.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, it is very difficult to find a man who is not a disgusting creep in the modern age. It just is. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm so worried about my daughters. You have no idea. it's just, I'm just so worried about them. But this is going to lead into a very important conversation that we're going to have on Locals. We're at the 1 hour mark. If you guys are not local subscribers, I want you guys to come over there. Even if you do a single time episode, this might be the episode you want to check out. It's going to be a good one. I want to discuss like something deeper about the Alex Gerardo situation, not necessarily about him, but what is going on when we commit sexual sin. It's not simply just you're giving into your lower appetites. It's not simply just that you're being selfish. It's something much deeper, and it's why there's a very strong line for sexual sin when people are the public speaking face for Catholicism. So we're going to get into that. We're also going to, Rob and I have a little bit of a different perspective on the life site thing. But I don't want to do that on Locals either, because I don't want it to seem like we're taking sides. So if you guys are not Locals members, this is definitely a good show to come and check us out.
Taffy, I don't think we should use the other intro even then, but it was funny.
No, we can do it on Locals. Taffy made a very...
Okay, let me get it ready real quick.
Get it ready. Taffy made an intro that I'm like, we can't play that. No. But I think we can do it for the Locals audience. Yeah, we'll do it on Locals, Taffy. We got you. So yeah, we have a bit of a different perspective on the life site thing. And yeah, we'll do the gun story also, because I had a very crazy incident happen on my work site a year or two ago. If you guys are new to the show, where a guy was arrested at we came into work one morning and SWAT was there, and this, like, our whole yard was there was a search warrant. We were told we had to wait outside. We couldn't come in, and they raided our yard, and I'll explain that story. So join us over on Locals. I think that's about it. That's all we have to promote. Like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends if you enjoy us. Help us become the fastest growing Catholic channel on YouTube. We will see you guys on the other side. Rob, take us out.